Hello guys, welcome to the show. It's episode number 3 and today we're starting the black OEM M111 conversion. OEM Plus should I say. Anyway. Right, the wiring loom is on the car already. I have uploaded the file and you're gonna witness with me the first ever startup. This is our base map and it should work. Also, I have jumped the ignition wire directly from connector, so it's all here, so I don't have to go around and climb around the car. I put a timing light on it. We have calibrated the throttle body already, and we're ready to literally touch the wire and see if it's gonna crank up. So let's have a look. So the trigger settings, I believe, for this flywheel, the diesel pump UK, number of cylinders 4, 6 tooth with tooth missing. First trigger tooth is number 10 with a trigger angle 55. I verified that with locking the ignition at 0 degrees and it stayed where it is. Cam is 1 tooth basically, and because this is an Iver engine, the offset is 2. Otherwise, if you leave that at 0, you'll try and fire 180 around. So as I said, I have put over here a quick ignition wire, and I also added the jumper cable so I can start it up from there. So first shot, let's give it a go. This is calibrated already. Might be a little bit of vacuum leak because 2 of the bolts are not tight, but let's go. Let's go. Woo! Woo, look at that. Right, timing. She's at 18, 20. Where are we at? 18 and a half, 19. Yeah, that seems to be all right. Right, I think I need to calibrate this now. There's oil pressure protection because the oil pressure sensor is not plugged in. So wideband and oil pressure not plugged in, and that's why we have a rev limiter. 2000 RPM, 2.5. But ignition angle, everything seems to be okay. Enrichment, yeah, everything is pretty good. She is rich though. Right, let me shut it off. You have to excuse the noise, it's raining like mad outside. Let me show you. And I'm in a tent. Look at this. Madness going outside. Oh, mate. No idea. Anyway, there's a ZF8 HP over there. 45 or 70, I'm not sure what he ordered in the end. But on the red flag, we're gonna be going automatic and we're gonna be trying the ZF gearbox. So, you know, definitely subscribe because this is gonna be new. We're gonna be trying max ECU. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun. All right, let me do a quick cooling system on this. Basically everything is done. I just need to run a small hose to the expansion tank from the thermostat, fill it up, make sure there's no leaks, and yeah, we can start and leave it run for longer. All right, so I filled up the coolant, left the car run to operating temperature, put the fan on. When I put the fan on, after like 5 minutes of the fan running, and the temperature of the car dropped to like 65 degrees, so I had to switch it off and leave it run for a bit more so you can open thermostat. But like I saw 85 degrees, and I was like, let me put the fan on and just leave it run for a little bit. But the fan is so huge and it's so good radiator is huge as well. It literally just cooled it right down. So I'm not afraid of this car overheating. If everything is working, like the fan and the radiator ain't blocked, there's no way that this is overheating. But yeah, tuned it up a little bit. Obviously I still don't have the lambda because I need to drop the exhaust and drill a hole and put the bung in there and the O2 sensor. So we still don't have a lambda, but I'm working on that as well. Oil pressure I need to plumb in, and then I need to finish up actually putting the loom, the piece of the loom that comes in, and you need to like crimp it into the original wiring loom. I need to finish that. I was just excited yesterday to hear the engine run. Obviously I ran out of time yesterday, and I had the grounding issue. I forgot the ground on the gearbox, so it wouldn't start up. I will crank it, it wouldn't start up. I put the ground in, and then I showed you how it started up. This was the first start after we put the ground in, and it runs pretty good. We're gonna need to put a blow off, because every time you go higher RPM, let's say 4,000 RPM, and you whack the throttle closed, it will just blow off the coupler on the supercharger. So I'll need to get a blow off and put it near towards the throttle body, because with the manual one, it closes almost immediately when it sees boost. So that's the worst part. When you take the electronic one and you put a vacuum one, you might need to run two of them. I just bled the clutch, and I also did shorten the drive shaft. So let's see if it moves forwards and backwards. I also got it to start with the compressor still attached. It just needed more fuel. That's all it was. I was overthinking it. Let me see if the keys for the smart car behind there, if they're here. Maybe they're in the car, let me see. My mum's car, isn't it? Hello guys, it's the next day, a couple days later. Basically, this has been sitting waiting for a prop shaft, because at the moment he has some sort of a makeshift prop shaft from George, but prop shaft is coming tomorrow. So today we need to put the speed box in. We need to put another shifter linkage, because this one is touching a little bit the rubber donut, as the rubber donut is a little bit bigger than what we were thinking it's going to be in the car. And right, what else do we need to do? Yeah, we need to fit a blow off, because at the moment when you rev it and you shut the throttle close, the blow off that is near the airbox doesn't open quick enough, hence blowing the silicone clip connectors off. But it's all good. We're gonna sort all these issues out today, so when the prop comes in tomorrow, we can go for a drive in the car, test it, make sure everything is fine and dying, and yeah. But it's a very nice car. I need to give it a wash and a clean, make it look pretty for the customer, and yeah, let's begin. Also, by the way, as much now available. You can get it at driftin'rust.com. You can get 3D printed parts like the vents and all the frames for the vents on the driver's side, for boost gauges and stuff like this. There's soon gonna be available as well the Iver 1 lip, the Iver 1 arches, and a ducktail spoiler you can buy from there. You can buy the Cosworth fender extensions, arches, or whatever you want to call them. There's going to be a lot of stuff. The website is going to be slowly updating with more and more stuff that George offers. So if you want to get yourself a hoodie like this one with the Boost Creep logo, which is pretty cool in my opinion after all my cars on it, yeah, if you want to get any merch, driftin'rust.com. Have a look down in the description. There's going to be a couple things in the website already that we offer, and the list is going to start growing slowly and slowly. So if you want to support the channel, this is the direct way to do it, because as you know, George hasn't put any ads on his videos, just so he can make the viewing experience a little bit nicer for you guys. So if you want to support us directly, go on the website, order some merch or some parts, whatever you need, and yeah, let's crack on with this now. Cool, the exhaust is out of the vehicle. I'm gonna drill and weld the exhaust bunk over here so we can attach our 4.9 Bosch sensor in place, and then I'm gonna do this little guy. Perfect, everything is shaping quite nicely. Okay, so this is in place. It's right over here. I'm gonna zip tie in place to the firewall there somehow, or maybe to the brake lines. Yeah, brake lines will do. It's not gonna go anywhere, but just so it doesn't rattle. I can put the exhaust now back on it, because that's welded and it's kind of cooled off, so we can put that back on, or I can just wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow the prop shaft is coming and I can just swap it and it's going to be out of the way. Yeah, we're going to do that. Now then, I'm going to remove the steering wheel so I can remove the dashboard, not dashboard but the instrument cluster, so then I can fit easier the speed box, run 2 wires to it, run the antenna up the top. Job's good. Then we're waiting only for the prop to come. Once the prop is here, we'll assemble everything, we'll go for a drive. I'll take you with me, so we can put the auto tune to kind of level out the base map, because it's a base map after all, so you know, every car is different, so it wouldn't hurt putting the auto tune on for a little bit. And yeah, we're checking quite nicely on this. It's pretty well, but yeah. Wow, bonnet is heavy. But yeah, everything under the bonnet for now is done. Let's move ahead and okay, so steering wheel is off, cluster is out, and the original speedo cable is off as well. Right, so when you go to put that little guy in here, the actual cable that comes with the speed box, you're gonna see that when you put this over here, this doesn't sink all the way down over here, all the way down. And what will that cause is when you tighten the nut over here, it will basically stop the cable from spinning. So what you need to do is make a little spacer that fits on top of that, but inside the nut. This basically is a tube from silicone. So if you go and buy yourself Tiger Seal or anything like that, sorry. So if you go and buy yourself Tiger Seal or any silicone, cut some out of it like this and cut, you know. One-handed is a bit hard, but you get the gist. You cut yourself a little bit of that and you get this, and this puppy over here you put right on there, right, just like that, and then you squeeze that puppy back in there and tighten it, of course, as much as you can with the one-handed is a bit hard, not gonna lie. Tighten it, and it's tight now, it's not going anywhere, but you can see I can still spin this freely by hand, which is most importantly, because if you cannot spin that, obviously that wouldn't work. Now obviously there's no space here to mount everything. Oh, by the way, there's mice in the car somewhere. Not gonna disturb them too much. I got my gloves on. I'm gonna notify the customer that he has a little friend somewhere in the car. And yeah, that is gonna go down towards the feet of the driver in there somehow. Big hands. Come on. But yeah, you get the gist. That needs to go down there so we can put the box in the kick panel over here. And also we need to drill a small hole in the kick panel, because basically the way this works is you have your 12 volt and a ground supply, and then you have this switch over here. So what happens is you're driving up to 60 miles an hour, you pull your phone out, put it on the dash so you're not touching it, police man won't give you any issues. So you go on Waze or something like that, that shows you the real life speed at the moment, GPS speed. And once you get to 60 miles an hour, you press this and hold it until the speedometer needle goes to 60 and it stays there. When you do that, your speedo is calibrated now and it will work basically with your car. But yeah, so we need to mount this on the bottom of the kick panel, because if you remove your battery, I believe that goes out and needs to be resynced again. You only do it once, as long as your battery doesn't die or you don't disconnect it. If you disconnect it, it needs to be in a convenient place so you can just press it. So as I said, I'm gonna hide this underneath in the kick panel so it's nice and easy to get to. But I'm still gonna try and hide it. I'm probably gonna put it somewhere like close to the actual bottom of the kick panels so you don't really see it unless you're looking for it. But yeah, let me take the kick panel off and route the cable all the way through, and we should be good to go. That's as simple as this. We're gonna find 12 volt switch under here somewhere, ground it to the chassis, put this on, boom, speed box is installed. And once tomorrow the drive shaft comes in, I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna go out for a drive and basically set it up for the customer. The car has brand new battery and it's been sitting for like 3 weeks now waiting for a prop shaft, so the battery didn't go flat, so that's a good sign. No wiring problems or anything like this. So yeah, it'll be fun and set up for him. And if he does happen to take the battery off, there's instructions that come with the speed box anyway, so he can see that, or he can probably rewatch the video. But yeah, I'll show you in a second once I get the kick panel. Okay, the speed box is installed. The only thing that we need to do now is run the antenna. But let me show you first where I tapped in for 12-volt ignition, so it's easier for you when you go to do it. You already know it, basically. All right. As you can see, I drilled over here and put the button in place. We need to put the antenna in. But yeah, 12-volt and ground. The ground I picked up from the chassis over here. As you can see, there's a grounding point just over it, but couldn't reach easily there, so I used the bottom one. And 12-volt ignition from all these wires. Obviously, as we've mentioned before in the beginning when we put the wiring loom, black and red, or red with black, or black with red is always our ignition 12-volt. So obviously there's a couple under here. You tap into one with the supplied fuse and you're good to go. As you can see, I've zip tied it in place over there. This is going to be sturdy enough, and this is making a big loop just so the cable is not, you know, crooked or anything like that. And now we're gonna run our how do you call it, antenna, and the antenna bolts to this side of the speed box. Don't know if you can see through there. Yeah, just at the bottom there. I don't think you can see. All right, so antenna is over there. As I mentioned, it's magnetic, so it clips in and holds to the roof. And now we can just clip that on. I think it goes one side first and then boom. All right, that's done. And you can see all assembled. Well, you can see down here it's all assembled, and the button is right in the middle, where hopefully your feet don't kick it or break it. You can paint it black if you want, but as you can see, like, just even without a steering wheel, sitting in the car, that's my view right now, and I can't really see anything. I can see this beautiful shifter. Perfect. Well, yeah, it looks pretty good in my opinion. Sick. Let's put the steering wheel, and the car is officially done. Only prop shaft left, and obviously put the exhaust on. I'm gonna do a quick drive, 20-30 minutes, and I'm gonna go and wash it and wait for the customer to come tomorrow. But it drives pretty nice. It's a very soft car, as usual. Most of these are, but he's gonna sort this out, I guess. He needs to do bigger brakes as well anyway, so definitely the modifying journey of this car starts now. Drives very nice, like engine and drivetrain wise, English. It drives very nice. So in fourth gear we're doing 27 miles an hour. You give it throttle and it just goes, like, no questions asked. It's responsive, it's nice to drive. It's not like a turbo car, it's much better. I guess top end will be lacking, obviously. But low torque is very nice. goes so well. So I'm pretty happy with it. Another project that is turned out very nice. Definitely there needs to be like a boot over here to stop all the noise coming from the drivetrain underneath, as obviously that's open now, so I'll definitely look for a foam piece or something. Apparently makes more than 0.5 bars. That's new. I thought the compressors are making very low boost, like 7 psi. No, we need to lift that up then. Well, we're back home. The car drove amazing. Everything looks amazing. And that's it. Tomorrow the customer is coming and collecting the car. If he's happy, we're gonna do some videos. If not, that is gonna be everything for this car and this project. On to the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.